And we say good morning to you. Welcome aboard. We are live. We are not William Yarber. We are Tom Taylor, one of our upcoming guests. We're live again at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile, Johnson City, on this Thursday, June the 8th, is that right? Yep, June the 8th. We're inside of 200 days till Christmas, I know that. 199 days till Christmas, if you care, and most don't. But we're here again, live at Champion Chevrolet, the #1 numero uno Chevrolet dealership in the state of Tennessee. And so got all kinds of June deals. Going to be talking about my man Andy Dietrich coming up here in a little while. Also, our guest will be coming up here in just a few minutes. Ryan Presnell, the head baseball coach of Elizabethton, and a couple of young men getting ready to make their intentions known today, signing college scholarships. And so we will thank you, Jeremiah Clark. And so we will talk to Garrett Hartley and Michael Robinson coming up here in just a few minutes, Elizabethton baseball players. Also later in the show, Landon Owen, the director of ticket sales, Bristol Motor Speedway. The Spring Nationals coming up next weekend. It's here, and also, of course, the Circle Track, not that far away. We're at 70 days until the truck race. Again, the UNOH 200, the Camping World Truck Series on that August the 16th. 70 days out, and that's it. We're going to be ready to rock and roll at Bristol Motor Speedway. Also, Andy Dietrich joins us, of course, the co-owner of Champion Chevrolet. We also will be joined by Carmichael coming up here in a few minutes, and also William Yarber. You saw on the sign there, William Yarber with Max Medicamar, Blue Bonnet. The discount that is off this month at 20% off, I should say. And so Blue Bonnet and William's got some good things to talk about that as well. All that coming up straight ahead here on the show. Brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. We have the brand spanking new, and I haven't even tried this one. We'll do this one. Erica brought this by a few minutes ago, the lovely Erica Van Dyke, Cress's wife. And so we've got the Grip white grape flavored, and also brand spanking new, hot off the press. How about this? The brand new sugar-free pink grapefruit. There you go. Grip. These are going to be in the stores next week. They're finishing production, running production line on all these. And so I've never had the white grape flavor. I'm going to try that myself here in just a minute on the show. So all that right here. Day number 8, our thought for the day. We dedicate this show to the man who hung on the cross, the Lord Jesus. And so the verse for the day is out of the book of Psalms 119. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light for your path. There you go. That is awesome. My word is a lamp to your feet and a light for your path. And so we, appreciate that so very much. On show number 535. Said it wouldn't work. Said it's not going to last. We're at number 535, cruising our way into, up to 1,000. I'm not sure. There is no magic number. We're just going to keep doing it because we're having fun doing it. Great sponsors like Grip, and also one of our great sponsors, Champion Chevrolet, and of course right here, Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen. Weather's going to be great this weekend to slather on some Australian sunscreen. Be sure you get the Sport, by the way, because it is water resistant for 80 minutes right here on the tube. Let's see, there it is. Water resistant for 80 minutes. Again, with Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen, made right here in Johnson City, and it goes across all over the globe. I know Jeff Bedard just told us last week, just signed a contract. They're the exclusive sunscreen of the Boston Red Sox now. Fenway Park. They will be starting next year, and they're also already the official sunscreen of the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees, all starting right here in Little Old East Tennessee. So pretty impressive stuff. So I'm blessed to have Blue Lizard. We'll be at Food City tomorrow. We know all about Food City and what a great chain of stores they are. Of course, I'm here today on every Thursday at the #1 Chevy dealership in the state. That's pretty strong, and I'm very honored to be a part of what I call kind of the team of the family here at Champion Chevrolet. Quick break. We'll be right back. We will jump in. We will talk to Ryan Presnell coming up next. We got a couple of young men we're going to salute because they're signing college scholarships today, baseball scholarships. Of course, we carried the Cyclones for the second half of the season of the tournament here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. So we're going to do that next here, right after this time out. Show number 535, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. You are listening and watching the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At takeoff, an NHRA top fuel dragster braves the same intense G-forces as an astronaut leaving Cape Canaveral. For power that's out of this world, don't miss the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. Tickets start at just $30, and every ticket is a pit pass. Witness the raw power of 10,000 horses, June 16th through the 18th. Visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
It's raining savings at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a massive selection of over 700 new Chevrolets to choose from, with 400 of them Silverados. Silverado Crew and Double Cab LTs, $11,000 off MSRP, 20% off 17 Equinox and Traverse LT, 15% off Silverado HD gas engine. Don't miss out on the best savings of the year to purchase a new Chevy. Saturday parts and service hours, and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game. Birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show live at Champion Chevrolet. We will talk about it from last night. Oh boy, Cavaliers. You know, I told you if they could just get some momentum till halftime, they could kind of get this thing turned around. They did not. Warriors won it last night. They're up 3-0, and no one, before we get into the story later in the show, no one has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit and won the NBA championship. So clearly Golden State's in the driver's seat of this series. They'll try and finish it out later this week in Cleveland, and so we'll talk about that coming up. Of course, tonight on the ice, the Penguins and the Predators, go Preds. They skate tonight in Pittsburgh, tied at 2. We'll talk more about that later on the show as well. Let's go to the phone you see on the screen. I love this guy. This guy just loves kids. He does a great job coaching this baseball team. Ryan Presnell, the head baseball coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. And, Coach, didn't get a chance to talk to you after the Pigeon Forge game. You were out in the outfield talking to those boys. That's what you should have been doing. But I got to tell you, I was proud to be part of the team this year. And you got some great kids with a lot of character and integrity. And you gave them a good run. Pigeon Forge, a good ball club. But, hey, you had a great season. Kind of recap the Elizabethton baseball season for me.
Yeah, you know, we set our team goal before the season was to what we call get down the road, but that's basically get out of the district and get into the regions on Monday and Wednesday and sub-state on Friday. And these guys surpassed that goal, you know, so we win that Monday game, which is really big for the program. That gives you that hope. That whole week just makes it a lot of fun with the hope of getting to state. Of course, fall a little short of Pigeon Forge. But this group of seniors, these 4 guys, man, they really set us up for success in the future and left us with a very firm foundation to build on next year with a lot of our players returning.
Absolutely. Of course, you're losing 2 of these young men and due to graduation, but they're not going very far. You've got them there with you, and so before you pass the pass the phone, if you will, to Garrett, we'll let Garrett go first, but what happens now? What typically happens on a baseball team, high school team? Are you done for the summer? Do you have summer workouts? What goes on now post school here during the spring, or not spring break, during the summer vacation break?
Well, you know, so many guys play travel ball that, you know, we really don't need to play in order for these guys to get time on the field. what we will do is we're going to start like some maintenance workouts next week and doing some one-on-one hitting and pitching and even working with our catchers, because that's just a big part of our game. So we'll just do some very small work this summer, and we actually give them a couple of months off at the beginning of the school year to really academically get solidified and have some fun with football games and things like that. And then we'll get back to work in October. And that's plenty of time for us to get what we need. I think you could tell we're a very strong, very much in shape baseball team. That really showed in the district with the way we made that run out of the losers bracket when we had to. We just have more gas in the tank than everybody else. So we believe in what it is we do, and we've got a lot of people look at it and say, "Well, you're only losing 4 guys," but you got to understand, Tom, those are 4 guys. So that's my 3-hole hitter, my 5-hole hitter, my number 1, my number 2, and our left fielder. So it's going to be, we're going to have some young guys really step up next year, and somehow for the 3rd year running, this baseball club is going to be young. So a lot of it's going to be mental conditioning and getting these guys strong. So it should be a good time, another good season, and I can't wait to go watch these 2 guys play at the collegiate level.
You got it. And out of fairness, before you introduce those 2, again, those 2 are seniors. Who are the other 2 seniors that have departed the program with graduation?
Well, we lost Brody Adams.
Brody Adams.
Our big righty that was 7-2 this year, had around 40 innings on the mound for us. He's still kind of up in the air on what he wants to do. So we're going through some options right now. Either way, Brody's a good young man, and whatever he decides to do, he'll be going in the right direction. I trust that. And then our other guy's Jesse Carr. I'm trying to talk Jesse Carr into getting a teaching degree so he can come back and help me coach. That's what I think of Jesse. And Jesse's going to be going to Northeast, and then probably getting into some type of wildlife management. Just a really gritty baseball player that is going to approach life that way, and every day is going to be a sprint first for that young man.
You got it. We're talking to Ryan Presley. You see on the screen the head baseball coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. So you do have 2 young men. It's a special day for them. So they got a big signing coming up tonight. Go ahead, and before we get these guys on, tell us what's going on tonight with these 2 young men and their signing.
Well, tonight we're going to be getting together at Beef O'Brady's at 6 o'clock and having a little signing ceremony probably right at 6, and then everybody break bread together and be together. And I remember mine. It was kind of a quiet thing, which this one we're trying to make it as loud as possible. I want as many people there for these young men as can. It's a really special day when because kids, even my little boy at 5 years old, we went and watched the Clemson regional. He said, "Daddy, I want to play college ball." I mean, that's just something every kid that puts on the spikes dreams of doing. So they get to fulfill that dream tonight and go on to the next level.
So let's go ahead and introduce them again. It's tonight at Beef O'Brady's in Elizabeth, by the way, at 6 o'clock. And so let's put the lefty on first. Let's visit with this young man, would you please?
I'm here.
Hello, Garrett Hartley. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Fantastic. Garrett Hartley, the big lefty, of course, stud pitcher for the Elizabethton Cyclone baseball team. You're signing tonight, Beef O'Brady's. Tell us where you're going to play your college baseball at.
Milligan College.
Milligan College. You're going from one orange and black school to another orange and black school, and it's pretty exciting. I know the folks in Milligan, I've talked to them, they are very excited you're coming, and they think you've got a big future at Milligan, and I do too. So you graduated from Elizabeth, and give me some memories. What's some big games, a big pitch, a big strikeout, a big something you will always remember as a pitcher for Elizabethton baseball?
There's so many, it's hard to think back to anything specific. It was just so fast. The seasons were so fast, just hard to hold on. But probably the most memorable moment I'll ever have isn't even whenever I was pitching. It was whenever Brody was on the mound and threw that last pitch to the district game. And we all just ran out there and dogpiled on him. And that's one feeling that I'll never forget.
Yep, that's exactly right. That was a great moment. And yeah, that was cool. And think about this, Garrett. You guys, as is any team, you've made relationships and friendships that will last a lifetime. So you were cheering on Brody, and Brody cheered on you. So it's been a great senior class with you and Jesse and Michael. So you're going to Milligan College, so you'll start there. What do you plan to major in?
Electrical engineering.
Awesome. That's a great career, and Milligan's got a great program there. So you signed today, 6 o'clock, Beef O'Brady's in Elizabeth, and I'm going to be there. I wouldn't miss it. And so you're going to be there, and also Michael, we're going to talk to him in just a second. Now, is Milligan giving you a workout schedule yet? Is that too soon? Or they kind of said, hey, this summer, here's what we'd like you to be doing to get ready for the fall?
They haven't told me to do anything specific. They kind of, I've talked to them about playing summer ball and keeping my arm in shape by throwing some games this summer, so they know that's what I'm going to be doing.
Well, that's what you should be doing and do a great job. By the way, you're a lucky guy because you have a great support system. Your mom and dad, I had a chance to meet them and spoke at your dad's church a couple of weeks ago, and you're lucky because you got two great parents that support you and back you 100%. And not everybody has that, so I know you realize how lucky you are to have your parents be so supportive, right?
I do. If it wasn't for those two people, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's exactly right.
They've ever since freshman year, when we had 5 o'clock workouts before school, they were the ones that were getting me up and dragging me down to the high school before school started to lift.
There you go. So, and you don't ever forget that. And so here's what you do. Give you a lesson in life. When you become a parent down the road someday, then you invest in your children like they've done you, and it'll all be good. So see you over there tonight at 6 o'clock. Pass that phone over to Michael Robinson, and I'll see you this evening, all right?
Sounds good. See you, Tom.
Yep, good man right there. Garrett Hartley.
Good morning.
This is Michael Robinson. Now, you would probably know Michael for two reasons. Number one, the guy could flat shoot a basketball. He lit him up for Lucas Honeycutt's basketball team for 3 or 4 years, and also in the baseball diamond. So Michael Robinson's with us. Good morning, sir. You're getting ready to sign a scholarship tonight. Tell us where you're going to be playing your college baseball at.
I'll be playing college baseball at Walter State next year.
Walter State, that is awesome. Michael Robinson, shortstop. Guy's got a cannon at shortstop, and how many times during those games I called, he would field one in the hole, backhand it, and rear up and plant that right foot and rocket one across the diamonds. This guy's got a cannon. What are you going to major in at Walter State?
I'm not too sure yet. I'd like to just get my general studies out at Walters, and then wherever I go next, I'll probably decide.
Yeah, we got some pipes. You ought to be on the radio. You got a heck of a voice. And again, I've never spoke to this young man before, but he can play basketball and obviously can play baseball. As I asked Garrett, give me some memories or a play or something you'll always remember, a big play, big game for you playing for the Elizabethton Cyclones.
Well, probably one of my favorite games was the game this year against South in the district. The first game where we had to win that game to come back and win the championship the next game. Everybody was just so ready to win that game that we just already knew we were going to win it, and we had a chance to win the next day, and we did, and that was probably just one of my favorite memories.
There you go. We're talking to Michael Robinson. So as you go to Walter State, have they told you you're going to be a pitcher, you're going to be an infielder? Have they given any indication where they want to put you on the diamond?
Yeah, I'm going as a shortstop or third baseman.
Yeah, and that'd be a great place to put you because you can flat cover some ground. Again, backhanding that in the hole many times calling these games. I was amazed at the plays you made out there at shortstop. And, again, you graduate, you and Jesse, and, of course, Garrett and Brody. So tell me about next year's team. What do you feel like next year's Elizabethton baseball team can do?
I think they can go just as far or further as we did this year. I hope they go further. I mean, like Coach Presnell said, they're still a young team, and we still made it to sub-state this year. So I hope they go all the way this year.
There you go. Hey, I'll see you over there tonight at 6 o'clock. Beef O'Brady's in Elizabethton. Should have a big crowd over there to salute you two guys, Garrett Hartley and Michael Robinson. So I'm going to be there and get my picture taken, you boys, and I'll see you this evening, all right?
All right, thank you.
Yep, good man right there. Michael Robinson. Appreciate those guys very, very much. Again, Michael Robinson, Garrett Hartley, and, of course, head coach Ryan Presnell with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Michael Robinson playing baseball at Walter State, and Garrett Hartley, as you heard, gets scholarship papers, as did Robinson, scholarship papers to Milligan College. So they're staying close, and again, electrical engineering for Garrett Hartley, and undecided general studies for now for the 2-year program at Walter State before Michael Robinson transfers. So good stuff, and we salute those guys. Appreciate them very much. Coming up, take a look at some golf, some horse racing. The Belmont coming up this week, and a couple of the big dogs, in this case big horses, not in the field. We'll talk about that. We'll also break down what happened or didn't happen last night in NBA Finals, because it was Not a good night last night for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're down 3-0 now. They're in a hole, and I don't think they got out of the hole or not, but nobody ever has. They're down 3-0, and so Golden State will try to end it. Let's see when the next game. I believe it'll be coming up, Friday night in Cleveland. It's trying to save the sinking ship, the Cavaliers, see if they can do that. Don't forget, right here, we are giving it away next Tuesday. Not one, not two. You see on the screen 10 winners. We're giving away tickets to Thunder Valley Nationals coming up next week, and we've got some drivers lined up to talk to us next week. Very excited about that. These passes, these free passes, are $80 a pair of tickets times 10. You can see Dragway gave us $800 worth of tickets to give away, and we're very appreciative of that. And we thank them for the belief in the show we're doing, obviously, to give us $800 for the tickets to give away. TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We have over 200 entries in, but there's room for you. 10 winners, not one, not two, but 10 different chances for you to win. So why would you not? Again, go there, as it says, TomTaylorSports.com/contest and get registered to win. We will give those away coming up on Tuesday of next week. So it's going to be good, and looking forward to that again next week here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We will take a quick break. We will be right back, and we'll jump into some more sports. And Andy Dietrich joins us coming up, too. We got some great specials here in the month of June. We've got specials here at Champion Chevrolet. We've got them on Corvettes. We've got them on Tahoes, on the Chevrolet Vaults, on the Impalas. We've got them on trucks. We've got them, got all kinds of good stuff going on in the month of June. He's typing out a sheet of paper. We're getting high tech now. So we'll talk to my man Dietrich, and also, as we said, take a look at some horse racing. Also, take a look at some golf. They're going to be in Memphis this weekend. Memphis, baby, for the St. Jude's Open. And so all that coming up more here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. I am, for the first time, sampling and drinking. Not sampling. I'm drinking this Grip white grape flavored. Never had it before. Whoo! This takes the place of root beer, and I love the root beer. This is good. Thanks again for Erica bringing by some samples. And they got the brand spanking new pink grapefruit Grip, sugar-free. How about that? So still with all the great, the niacin, the biotin, all the different ingredients, all natural ingredients, and again, all the great stuff you still see in the bottles. Again, you got vitamin A, vitamin D, niacin, biotin, as we said, vitamin E, vitamin B, B6, I should say, vitamin B12, all that in here, and all these drinks. And again, this is the white grape, only 90 calories from fat, 0. Grip Energy Drink, available at all Food City stores. Will be at Food City tomorrow in Colonial Heights. And so these are good, only 23 carbs per bottle. And so these are Grip, again, natural, the vitamin infused energy drink. Of course, one of our great sponsors, our title sponsor of the show, I should say, White Grape. Drinking it now, and it is out of this world. Very, very good. Andy joins us next. We're live here at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile, Johnson City. Again, show number 535 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, there he is, co-owner Andy Dietrich of...
I like how you introduce the
right
pitcher in Elizabethton, Stud.
Stud. There you go, Elizabeth the Stud pitcher. Well, this is the Stud co-owner. He and Mr. Copenhaver. Let's make it fair.
Stud owners.
Stud co-owners of Champion Chevrolet. Mr. Dietrich and Mr. Copenhaver. And good morning, sir. How are you?
Good.
Good. It's awesome. Life is good, man. You couldn't ask weather-wise. It don't get any better than this. In the 70s, a little bit of a breeze, no humidity out there, and perfect day to come out here. And there's a good reason he's getting ready to tell us to come to Champion Chevrolet and check out some of the specials that they've got. And you really and truly have something, I mean, everything from a pocket rocket Corvette all the way up to pickup trucks and Volts, and got a little bit of everything. So, and then we're going to talk about the 4th of July big to-dos at Freedom Hall that they're heavily involved in, which is very exciting, along with the Speedway. And so we'll talk about that. By the way, Landon Owen joins us by phone coming up later on, talking about Spring National tickets, or Thunder Valley National tickets, rather, and the Circle Track. We're 70 days away from the UNOH 200 truck race on that 16th of August, the Camping World Truck Series. Then Thursday night, we get ready for Food City Family Race Night downtown Bristol. Then Friday night, the Food City 300, as the ball cap indicates. And then Saturday, it is the Rock and Roll Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race, the toughest ticket. It is, as Charlie Daniels says in the commercial, the America's Night Race. So, going to be good. And Champion Chevrolet's right smack dab in the middle of all that, too. So, gosh, where do we start? Let's start a little sports. NBA Finals.
Yeah, I watched that last night.
Yeah. What do you think? Cavaliers in trouble?
I think they're done.
Yeah.
Like dinner.
Body language, to me, looked like they were.
Yeah, I think they were overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a close game, but it was just, I feel like, Curry is, you know, they just got so much depth in that team.
Yeah.
And just overwhelmed James last night.
Well, Kyrie Irving finally stepped up and played a game he needed to play, but still, I mean, when you throw everything you got at him, you still lose. That kind of tells me that they're just a better team, and Kevin Durant and those guys trying to finish it in Cleveland. As I said earlier in the show, no one has ever been down 3-0 in the NBA Finals and came back to win it. So, obviously, history's on the side of the Warriors. So, we'll see. And of course, tonight, a little bit closer to home, the Predators on the ice in Pittsburgh.
Man, that was a good game.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fans down there.
They're nuts.
Didn't you see all those people out in the street watching it too? All those fish come flying onto the rink.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that next time you're over here and I'm sitting at my desk. I'm going to throw a fish over here right in the middle when you're interviewing somebody.
You know what? He'll probably do it. That's the scary part.
I'll probably just throw like a bluegill or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally hit you upside the head with that big old thing.
It's a little tiny sunfish. Head on the table. Do you fish, by the way? Are you a fisher person?
Well, like if I go to the beach, and if there's if it's a guy trip or something, we like going deep sea fishing. And once a blue moon, I'll fish out here at Boone Creek. It used to be a lake. But no, I'm not a big fisherman. But I do enjoy it when I get a chance. But I like catching sharks.
Really?
That's a workout.
So you go deep sea fishing. I'm going to ask a stupid question. What do you use what kind of fish?
Squid or anything.
Squid?
The reason why I fish for shark, what usually happens is, like if we go to Hilton Head, we'll go out to some spot that, we're supposed to catch all this wild and crazy fish. Well, we'll sit out there all day and not catch anything, and we paid money to go out on this boat and charter it. And the guy looks at us, he goes, well, you want to go over here where the ocean goes into the the private waterway, or the cuts into the land, and there's a lot of shark in there because they're getting the schools of fish that are coming in and out. And we went over there, and you're just reeling in sharks left and right. So you feel like you got something money's worth on your trip, but it'll give you a workout. I mean, I've got pictures on my Facebook of holding shark. I got a picture like this, and it's 5 feet long, holding it.
And they're heavy.
And they're heavy.
And they fight you.
And they fight, but yeah, it's scary when you pull one in and have it on the boat and it's flopping around. Everybody's jumping up in the chairs and doesn't get bit.
Because he's going to fight you in the end.
Yeah.
The old shark is.
Yeah.
So, what kind of, is it a tiger shark, lemon shark? What kind of shark is it? Just a shark?
Usually we've caught hammerheads and tiger sharks mostly.
Yeah.
Nurse sharks don't really mess with you.
Test line. What kind of test line do you use to try and catch a shark?
Gosh, I don't know. Whatever the
heavy
boat captain puts on there.
Heavy.
He hands me that rod and reel, and he goes,
boy.
Put that bait on there and go to town.
There you go. And he says, okay.
I'm not I'm embarrassed to say I'm not a up to snuff fishing person. They just hand it to me, and I drop it in, and
away we go.
Reel it in
and have fun. So, but it's got to be a pretty heavy test line, because heavy as those fish are, they're fighting you. So
you got to use those guns to get them in.
That's them cannons and guns. There you go.
Yeah.
We're talking to Andy Dietrich, on the screen, co-owner of Champion Chevrolet, the stud co-owners, by the way.
Stud.
Tim Copenhaver and Andy Dietrich. So I did say that earlier in the interview, didn't I? The stud pitcher.
Yeah, well, I was listening over there, and you said the stud pitcher. We're getting him on the line.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well, I don't ever get introduced to that. I guess this is wussy co-owner Andy Dietrich and his mediocre partner Tim Copenhaver.
I can't even do it. You're right. Ninnies and sissies. Okay. Over there, there's studs on the pitch, and over here, there's ninnies and sissies.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, let's jump in here and go. We got all kinds of great specials.
Elizabeth and Pitchers, Champion Chevrolet co-owners.
Oh, goodness gracious. Coming up at the top of the hour, got Carmichael coming in. We've also got, a little bit later on, as we said, Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. We've got the stud co-owner right now, Andy Dietrich. June is here, Father's Day weekend, next weekend. I asked you this during Mother's Day, that time frame. Folks come in and buy cars for Dad for Father's Day. That does happen?
Yeah, most of the time it's like the family comes in and Dad can get his dream truck, or Camaro or Corvette or something like that. We don't see the wife and kids coming in to buy Dad a vehicle per se.
No.
But they do come in and make a family. You want to spend Father's Day with the family, and so it's usually a family affair. But we sold 9 cars yesterday. Had a great day for a Wednesday. We did good because I wasn't here.
That's
so
it.
usually,
you were wrong.
Yeah.
So Tim always just tells you stay away.
Stay away.
When you stay away, things happen.
Yeah. So we had a really good day.
There you go. That's the name of the game. So some great specials. Let's start with the trucks. I know last week we had 3. I think I texted you earlier in the week. You said you're down to 2.
Yep.
These are special trucks. Start out with 13 during race week at Bristol Motor Speedway. These are the lightly used trucks during race week at Bristol Motor Speedway, the ride of a lifetime, and some of the other ways they used at the Speedway. Start out with 13. We're down to how many?
2.
Got 2 left. We sold 11.
Well, 2 heavy duties, and then we still have, I think, 4 or 5 of the 1500s, and the 1500s are LTZs with the 6.2 liter V8, the big V8s, and we're doing $11,000 off on those and $12,000 off on the heavy duty 2500 diesels that are still left over from the April race. So it's there's really hardly any rebates on a new heavy-duty diesel right now because it's a new diesel motor and it's selling really well. And I've got them with 200 or less miles on them, and they just are categorized as an event vehicle because they used them to shuttle trams up there to haul people around, and we've got extra money to play with. So it's while they last, while the money lasts on them. So.
Yeah, while they last. So there is a sense of urgency, supply and demand, as they say. So give me a selling point. Why a diesel versus a conventional or traditional gasoline motor?
Well, diesels have a lot of torque, a lot of horsepower. Diesels are known to last a lot longer. Somebody wants to buy one and put 300,000 or 400,000 miles on it. They buy it for that. They buy it if they're pulling a horse trailer or a fifth wheel camper, or using around the farm just to pull a hay wagon, or cattle. You've seen those big cattle trucks going down the road, take them to market, and you got to have a diesel with a lot of torque and a lot of horsepower to pull that around, and not, and the problem is if you buy a truck that can't tow a lot and it's got a smaller engine in it, and you try to do these things like tow a horse trailer, tow a fifth wheel, tow cattle, it's going to put a lot of stress and strain on your truck. Mm-hmm. You need to buy one if you're going to haul the big loads, an HD. Mm-hmm. And you can get an HD that hauls a lot with a gas engine, but you can also get one with a diesel that hauls even more. So that's, you don't want to wear out your truck and put too much stress and strain on it when you can buy one that will handle the load.
Sure. And of course, where we live here in the mountains, going up and down the hills with, pulling cattle or horses or whatever you got back there, a lot of weight, that does put a strain on the truck. So you want to get one that can do the deals, they say. And so they've got them in stock. Again, all you got to do is come in here or go online. We'll tell you about that, how you can do that. Well, we can champion.
JC.com.
Champion. I got to pull out my key ring, see?
Oh. There you go.
There you go. Love this little thing. In fact, I've had several people say, where do you get that? I said, let me think. Probably a Champion's where you get it. So there it is, Champion. JC.com is the website to check out. All right, we've also got
we still got the
Corvettes.
the Corvettes, we've got 13% off Stingrays. So that's not Grand Sportsters, the 06s, that's just regular Stingrays. So 13% off. I've got $11,000 off on all of my crew cab and double cab all-star crew and double LT 1500 2017 models. I've got 15% off all heavy-duty trucks that are gas engines only. I've got 20% off 2017 Equinox and Traverse LT models only. I have 0% for 72 months on Tahoes and Suburbans in lieu of a $1,000 rebate. I've got 0% for 60 months on the Electric Volt. I've got 0% for 60 months on Impala in lieu of a $500 rebate. So I've got tons of stuff out there that have big money, low interest rates, or no interest rates. It's always good, borrowing free money. Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. So tell me, we've never talked about this, I don't think, all the times I've been here. Tell me about the Volt. What's the selling point of the Volt?
The Volt is it does have a 4-cylinder engine in it, but it has a battery pack that's shaped like a T in it. And what it does is the 4-cylinder engine acts as a generator. And so basically the first 50, I guess the rating now is a little over 50 miles per charge on it, but after the 50 miles the engine kicks on and keeps charging the battery, so you can go 300 plus miles. And what they're thinking behind the Volt is, if you get an only electric car, electric cars, there's not many of them on the road, but they usually have 150 to 200 mile range. And after that, if you're driving in the middle of the desert, you're done. That battery runs out. The Volt, you can stop and put gas in. You can drive it all the way across the United States. The engine, which acts as a generator, keeps charging the battery to keep you going. So that's cool. That was the concept with that. So, but we have people, if you drive 50 miles or less round trip to your work and back, you'll never burn any gas. I've told this story before. Jay Leno got a Volt when it first came out, and the Volt he got, because I guess where he lived close to the studio was less than the 50 miles, and he was still on the same tank of gas that when he bought the vehicle, had 12,000 miles on the car and still on the first tank of gas.
Wow.
So you got to learn sort of how to drive again and manage efficiently. But one tank of gas, 12,000 miles, because we have charging stations here at work, and one of my ladies upstairs, Brandy, she has a Volt, and she drives here, and she's got it plugged in back there, and she goes home, it's fully charged, so she just keeps it going, doesn't burn any gas.
That's awesome. So that's the Volt, and we've got those right now, 0% APR.
Yes, we do have a car that's coming out. It's already out in California. It's called the Bolt with a B. The Volt with a V is already here. The Bolt will be a 4-seater small car that'll get 238 miles just on electricity. There's no gas at all on it. So 238 miles between charges. So more and more places are getting charging stations like you. The one that just comes to mind immediately, if you go to Kingsport, and the parking garage there by the court in downtown, they have like 5 charging stations in the lower garage, and they have spots just reserved for electric vehicles. So, but hotels are putting them in now, restaurants are putting them in. So, in the next 10-15 years, everything's going to have them.
We're talking to Andy Dietrich, stud co-owner of Champion Chevrolet. Again, where's the other stud co-owner?
He's in a meeting, so he can't commentate.
No, he can't. But there would be a reaction if he heard that. So
yeah,
I'm not sure what kind it would have been.
Yeah, or smack me upside the head when I get back over there. Reaction.
4th of July, Freedom Hall, Champion Chevrolet, right smack dab in the middle of it, as is Bristol Motor Speedway, among others. So our good friends at News Channel 11 and our buddies at the Johnson City Press are going to be there. So big to-dos coming up on the 4th of July at Freedom Hall with the fireworks, and Champion Chevrolet's right smack dab in the middle of the big giveaway. Tell me about it.
It's an event that we've done. I think this is our 4th year, I believe, doing it. It's at Freedom Hall on July 4th, and they have activities for the whole family. And I'm just looking here at 5 o'clock is when the event begins, and they have different people come on and perform. Like at 5 o'clock, Ashley Tragler with 6 Gun. 6 o'clock is Jimbo Whaley in Greenbrier. 7 o'clock is Austin Moody, and he also comes on again at 10:20. We've got the Color Guard presentation. Music by Clara Dunn, opening entertainer for Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line.
Very good.
9:20 is when they start doing the event drawings. They have Bristol Motor Speedway tickets, and they've down here at the bottom. There's other ones, Dixie Stampede, Dolly Parton, Smoky Mountain Adventures. They have tickets for these things that they do drawings starting at 9 o'clock. 9:20. And what's neat about it is people don't realize they do this drawing, and I've got this whole book of the rules, and I'll try to give you the Andy Dietrich 20-second Reader Digest. Yep. You can come here to the dealership between now and June 26th and register. There's a box right up here at my desk. You can register until June 26th. You can also register, you can listen to WXVQ, and every time they have a live remote at a Food City promoting this event, you can go and register. Also, between now and I believe 1st of July, if you go to Food City and buy any Pepsi products and use your Food City value card, you're automatically entered. And the week of July 4th, they narrow it down to 15 finalists. And the night at 9:20, they'll march the 15 up on stage, and they hand everybody a Pepsi. And at the same time, everybody opens their Pepsi and pours it into a clear plastic cup, and whoever pours Sierra Mist out of their Pepsi wins the car.
That's pretty cool. So they're all Pepsi bottles. We don't know what's in them.
Yeah, no one knows in the can. It's just a can.
It's a can.
And they pop it, and one of them has Sierra Mist in it, and that's the winner of the car. And it's a 2017 Chevrolet Sonic, brand new, list price a little over $17,000.
So we want to pour clear. That would be key on the
yes.
We want clear and not Pepsi.
Yeah.
So if you pour clear, you won yourself
out of
a car.
A Pepsi can. Yes.
That is awesome. So simplest thing to do is come by and register, or as you heard him say, go to Food City. Our great sponsor will be at Colonial Heights tomorrow, so we'll continue to promote that for Food City. And then this is a big to do. 4th of July is not that far away. 3 weeks out, I guess. And so it's hard to believe. Today we're at 199 days till Christmas. So. It's crazy. So like the other day was Valentine's Day, so it's moving on.
God, I haven't got you a Christmas present yet. I need to work on that.
And I thought you was getting ready to say Valentine's. We'll say, time out. I don't. No, don't want any Valentine's presents.
Oh, come on.
But Christmas, yeah. Something says, you know what I want? The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Marshawn Lynch. You need to go to the website. Jack Del Rio, they had a practice. The OTAs are going on, and so they had Lynch was there, ran a touchdown in. I mean, he just plowed over these guys, these Raiders, and so pretty exciting stuff he had on the video, and so on the Raiders website. So print your Super Bowl tickets, get them now. The Raiders are going to the Super Bowl, and it starts September the 10th. It will be a butt whooping in Nashville against the Titans. That's where they open the season. The Raiders. You want to go road trip? You want
Let's
to go?
do it.
Would you go?
Can we not take your private jet down there?
The USS Sputnik? Yeah, that'd be good. We'll go on my private jet.
His stud plane.
That'd be my champion Chevrolet Camry is what I'll be taking. So, yeah, I want to go September the 10th. I think I got Barnett going. Superintendent Steve Barnett, huge Raiders fan.
Yeah.
New superintendent of schools, huge Raiders fan. Man, I think I got him lined up possibly to go. So anyway, Raiders for Christmas, just give me something that says Raiders. That's all you got to do. So now we got everything covered. Everything good?
Oh, and then the fireworks. We can't. We've left out the. I mean, really, why everybody's there, other than to win the car. They do have fireworks that night, I think, don't they? Since it's July 4th.
Yes.
It says 9:50 introduction of the best fireworks display in East Tennessee by Johnson City Commissioner and Pyro Shows.
There you go.
They have park and rides because it is a zoo.
Yes.
They have, it's neat, and I've taken my kids in years past. They have a big blow-up bouncy houses and different things for the kids, and there's some food vendors set up, and get your funnel cakes, whatever. But it's lots of stuff to do for the whole family. Take a blanket, take your lawn chairs. It's a lot of fun.
All right, I've emceed several events with Jimbo Whaley and Greenbrier. Very good. Austin Moody, we interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, at Chick-fil-A that night about his concert he had up in Northeast State. He's a traditional country music singer. So he's going back to the roots of country, and so he can sing it. He's from Colonial Heights. Claire Dunn's very good. So they'll leave anybody out. Ashley Tragler, I don't know her, but they don't put any slouches up on the stage. So it's all good. It's all free. And again, the website is Pepsi-fireworks.com. So I'm going to keep this and we'll promote that.
Yeah, these rules are on that.
Yeah, that book of rules.
The book of rules.
Tim's over.
I hear him.
I'm looking for Tim to hook him.
He will.
When he hears he's been caught.
He's thrown a stapler at me before.
He really has? That's the truth.
That's broken still up there.
He threw a stapler.
Yeah, he threw a stapler at me. But I deserved it.
I was going to say, do I need to know why?
No.
Okay.
I deserved it.
Okay.
I'll admit it. I deserved it. He hadn't thrown one again.
Here he is. Mr. Copenhaver?
Yes, sir.
You have now, go ahead and tell him what we've now. I was interviewing Garrett Hartley a few minutes ago from Elizabethton. I said the stud pitcher for Elizabethton. So Andy wanted to know how come you guys were never called stud co-owners. So now you're now the stud co-owners of Champion Chevrolet. Is that okay? The man, a few words. Some things are better left unsaid. There you go. Love these guys. Love coming over here. All right, so you're telling. Walk softly and carry that big old stick.
Yeah.
Who made that?
Or famous? A stapler.
Or the stapler. There you go. Walking tall. So very good. So Cavaliers in trouble. Predators tonight. Can they do it?
Yes.
All right. Hope so.
Cavaliers are done. But
Cavaliers are. Yep. I saw their body language in the game last night. It looked like they were nonverbal body language. They're down, whipped. So there you go. All right. You're awesome. You're the best.
I'll be back.
Over here. Arnold says, I'll be back. We'll take a quick break. We will be right back. We're going to talk a little baseball and run down college baseball. Everything starts tomorrow, the Super Regionals. We've also got Major League Baseball, who won, who lost, and who's playing today in day games, a complete schedule on this Thursday, which is typically a getaway day because teams play that final game in the day and get on the plane and fly to the next destination. So tell you all about that. We are live again at Champion Chevrolet, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. Again, the brand new one, released this. I haven't had it before. White grape, man, it is awesome. It's taking the place of root beer. White grape and the brand spanking new. It'll be out in the stores next week. Sugar-free pink grapefruit. Again, from Grip, the vitamin-enhanced energy and infused energy drink, our title sponsor of the show. Show number 535. We'll be right back talking baseball, horse racing, and college baseball next on the Tom Doe Sports Show.
At takeoff, an NHRA Top Fuel dragster braves the same intense G-forces as an astronaut leaving Cape Canaveral. For power that's out of this world, don't miss the NHRA Thunder Valley Nationals at Bristol Dragway. Tickets start at just $30, and every ticket is a pit pass. Witness the raw power of 10,000 horses, June 16th through the 18th. Visit ThunderValleyTix.com or call 423-BRISTOL.
It's raining savings at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. We have a massive selection of over 700 new Chevrolets to choose from, with 400 of them Silverados. Silverado Crew and Double Cab LTs, $11,000 off MSRP, 20% off 17 Equinox and Traverse LT, 15% off Silverado HD gas engine. Don't miss out on the best savings of the year to purchase a new Chevy. Saturday parts and service hours and shopping online 24/7. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology has just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of
Detroit this afternoon. Tonight under the lights, Baltimore and Washington, Boston and New York as they'll wrap up that series in Yankee Stadium. White Sox at Tampa Bay. Also tonight, Houston plays in Kansas City and Minnesota at Seattle. In the National League, 3-day games, including a 12:35 first pitch, the Reds and the Cardinals. Mike Leake on the mound for St. Louis. Feldman goes to the Reds at 12:35 this afternoon. San Francisco's Johnny Cueto on the mound against Espinino. 2:10 first pitch in Milwaukee, Giants and the Brewers. And San Diego plays at Arizona this afternoon and a 3:40 start. Tonight on the lights, Baltimore and Washington. Miami will be at Pittsburgh. Edison Volquez coming off that no-hitter will be back out on the mound, see if he can do something that, gosh, who was the one that did it? Johnny Vandermeer did a back-to-back no-hitters. I think that's one that will never, ever be broken or be touched, will be the back-to-back no-hitters by Johnny Vandermeer. Also Philadelphia at Atlanta, and also Colorado at Chicago. In fact, the Braves have R.A. Dickey on the mound. So Edison Volquez trying to do something that I don't think anybody's ever going to do. That would be back-to-back no-hitters. So that is your Major League Baseball schedule. College baseball. Super Regional starting tomorrow. They've got 4 games tomorrow, 4 games on Saturday. Tomorrow, how about this? The Battle of Kentucky. The Wildcats in Louisville tomorrow at noon. Also in College Station, Texas, Texas A&M hosting the Davidson Wildcats. Also tomorrow, Vanderbilt will take on Oregon State, and also Cal State Fullerton battles Long Beach State. Saturday, you have the Florida State Seminoles in Tallahassee hosting Sam Houston State. Wake Forest will take on the Florida Gators in Gainesville. Mississippi State and LSU will battle in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Saturday. And then the final game in Fort Worth will be between TCU and Missouri State. So that's your Super Regionals playing the best of 3. And, of course, those winners will move on to the College World Series. And that'll be happening, of course, in Omaha, Nebraska, June the 17th through the 28th. We'll take a break, come right back. We'll be joined by Carmichael, who's in the house ready to go. You can see him in the background. We're going to talk NBA Finals. We're going to talk Bob Stoops stepping away. We're going to talk also the obvious on the ice tonight, the Penguins and the Predators. So all that coming up. And, of course, at the bottom of the hour, we're going to be checking in with Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. Also, William Yarber is going to join us from Max Medicine Mart as well. So quick break. We'll check in with Carmichael coming up next year. We're live on show number 535, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink, You're watching, listening to the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live again at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile, Johnson City. Tomorrow, Food City, Colonial Heights. Let's go to the phone. He's there. He's at Max Medicine in Kingsport. Our buddy William Yarber. And good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you today, Tom?
Just fine, sir. Thanks for checking in with us. Again, Max Medicine Mart. Won't keep him long. I know it's busy over there, but Blue Bonnet. Everything Blue Bonnet is 20% off the month of June. You've got 3 hot sellers right now. Let's start with one called Power Thoughts. Tell me about that from Max Medicine Mart.
Power Thought is an awesome blend for brain health and cognibility. So, if you're just kind of cloudy thoughts, sluggish thinking, it's a great supplement for you. It contains a lot of precursors to a lot of neurological activity in the brain. So it just kind of keeps you firing all cylinders. Just great for, like what I said, just that foggy kind of feeling. Helps kind of get you in the mood and get you going for your day.
Keep you sharp and on the edge, and so it's called Power Thoughts, 20% off again all month long at Max Medicine Mart. Number 2 is Liquid Calcium. Tell me about that.
They do a great job with their Liquid Calcium. They actually have a few different flavors. They do a strawberry, a blueberry, and a lemon. All great sellers for us. And what they do is they actually combine D3 and magnesium with their calcium. And what the whole reasoning behind that is it actually helps the calcium go to your bones. So, pretty much everybody's taking calcium for bone health. and that really helps do the job. So it's absorbing into the bones properly, making sure it's going where it needs to go.
They're open 7 days a week. I'll have William tell us the hours here coming up just in a moment. But again, you got Power Thoughts, liquid calcium, and also you have a product over there that helps folks lose weight. And folks are always trying to lose weight, particularly in the summer. It's bathing suit season, obviously, for ladies and for guys. So, and just in general, good health to lose weight. What's the product you've got?
Our products here that Bluebonnet does a really good job with is our Garcinia cambogia. And what really makes theirs unique is, from what I've been told, most Garcinias claim to have a 40% ratio of their hydroacidic acid. And that's kind of the magic in the Garcinia. They actually take it a little step higher and do it 60% standardized on their hydroacidic acid. And what the whole thing behind Garcinia cambogia is, people want to know why it makes them lose weight. It's actually an appetite suppressant and a metabolism booster. So you're eating less, your metabolism's being boosted, so you're just burning off any stored fat. It's really great. We sell it like it's going out of style. It's wonderful stuff, and we've had nothing but positive feedback on it. So yeah, anybody trying to kind of get into shape with the summer body, it's a perfect thing. Stimulant free, so you don't have to worry about jitters, caffeine kind of feeling. It's just great all across the board.
There you go. It's called Losing Weight. Again, the name of the product is
Garcinia cambogia.
Garcinia cambogia. Again, 20% off. So in closing here, if you had to step back, and how many different products over there at Bluebonnet? We've named 3. You have, I would guess, probably over 50 or 60 different Bluebonnet products. Is that correct, or even more?
Probably a little more, yeah. Easily 50. I would probably maybe say around 80, possibly more than that. We carry a very broad selection of Bluebonnet, so it's a very popular brand for us. And their whole name, actually, they're based out of Texas, so the reason they're called Bluebonnet is, Texas State flower.
There you go, made in Texas, American made. You got it.
Yep.
All right, before I let you go, again, we're talking to William Yarber from, again, he's located inside the Good Food Grocery at Max Medicine Mart. Bluebonnet, 20% off everything in the store through the month of June. There are no limits. You can go in right now and save 20%. Go back in 2 hours and shop again and save 20%. 4 days from now, go back in. So it's all month long. There's no specials. There's no limits. There's no coupons. Just a flat 20% off. And you're open 7 days a week. What are the hours you're open, my friend, at Max Medicine Mart?
Monday through Friday, we're open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. And we still open on Sunday. We're open from 1 to 5 p.m. on Sunday.
1 to 5 on Sunday. William Yarber, you're awesome, my friend. This is a guy that didn't want to do this in the beginning. Now he's a pro. We've got him on, and he does it. And you enjoy doing it, don't you? Because you do a great job.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do a great job. Hey, have a great day. Thank you for your time. I know you're busy, and I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right. Good to talk to you like always.
Yes, sir. Super job again. Our buddy William Yarber from Max Medicine Mart. Appreciate him very much. And so we go from William Yarber to the man we simply call Carmichael in the house, on the mic, ready to go. And good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I am doing great on this Chamber of Commerce Thursday afternoon in Upper East Tennessee.
I was telling Andy earlier, this is the kind of days you wait for. It's in the 70s, a little breeze, no humidity. The good old East Tennessee humidity has not kicked in yet. It is really, as he says, a Chamber of Commerce day. It's perfect, and it's a great day to come out here and look at vehicles. And we were talking earlier about Champions involvement in the 4th of July celebration, which is huge here in Johnson City, and giving away a car, that's incredible. So we'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on here as we had Andy on, and we're going to talk sports. My man's in the house, Carmichael. We just put him on the screen as Carmichael. He's kind of like, there's Cher. Who else just has the first
Bono.
name? Bono, Elvis, and now we got Carmichael. Love this guy. Does a great job. And so, all right, last night, I said all week long coming up to this, Cavaliers had to be leading at halftime. Psychologically, if they go in trailing at halftime, they're in trouble. To get any kind of momentum on the home floor. They did for a while, then it slipped away, and then Kevin Durant put the dagger in them. So, and you're a Warriors fan, so it looked like to me last night going off the court, the body language is there. The Cavaliers are done.
Yeah, I think they are. I think last night, and I predicted, I thought Cleveland would win last night. Mm-hmm. Going back home, down 2-0, you're in your building, you're in your barn. Any best of 7 series always starts in that first home game from the team that's on game 3, and Cleveland played well. I just think they just ran out of gas at the end. They didn't have an answer offensively toward the end of the game to make any kind of shots. LeBron just looked like he was tired. they worked him hard last night, and Durant was Kevin Durant.
I mean, he did. You know, here's the thing. Everybody's like, well, Kevin Durant, but, you know, they brought this guy over Oklahoma City to do exactly what he's doing, fill the void and make the missing piece of the puzzle, and he's stepped up to the plate and done it. He's got to be the MVP of the finals. So they'll play again, Friday night in Cleveland, and to try and finish this thing out. But Durant's done exactly what what he was hired to do.
And it still could go to a Game 5. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Cleveland come back. You know, you're the champions. You really don't want to be swept and have them raise the trophy in your house. So maybe pride kicks in tomorrow night and they get Game 4. But unless you have something like that crazy that happened last year, like Draymond Green being suspended for Game 5, or an injury or two happened to Golden State. I mean, you know, major injury happens. God hope it doesn't to like a Durant or to a Curry. You know, could change the tide. I mean, last night early, LeBron went down, and that I thought, well, if that's major, he's down, then this is over. But he came back, played a great game, but they just didn't have. And he made the right decision at the end of the game when they needed the basket. He came down, saw Kyle Korver wide open in his spot, and Kyle Korver's one of the best three-point shooters in NBA history. And it's a shot. He just didn't make the shot. So you can't blame LeBron. You can't blame anybody. His shot just didn't drop.
We're talking to Carmichael again. You look at this finals, and I guess you could go back and say, you know, what went wrong with the Cavaliers. But, you know, I just think at the end of the day, the Warriors are a better team. They got a better bench. They obviously have great starters. And, you know, if you're the Cavaliers and you can't come back, and nobody's ever come back from being down 3-0 in the NBA Finals to win it, so history is very much against the Cavaliers. I guess you'd have to look. It's probably a little early because you still got to play a game or two left, although I don't think the Cavaliers are going to beat them. I think it's over. But looking ahead to next year, what do you got to do to bolster your team for the Cavaliers? What do you got to do to fix what went wrong this year in the finals if you get swept?
You know, I think this is one of those, it's kind of like in baseball. You run into a pitcher that has one of those days, and some days you just have to tip your hat to the other person.
They're better.
And say, you're better.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was just Golden State had everything going their way. They have stayed pretty much injury-free since the end of the regular season. They got Durant back just in time. He got plenty of rest. He's fresh. I mean, that he hasn't had to play the 82-game schedule on top of the playoff schedule. Mm-hmm. He was able, even though it was an injury and he sat 20 or so games, he's fresh. While these guys are kind of dragging right now, he's got a little bit left in his tank.
Our buddy Carmichael with us again. So, and you know, case in point, the Warriors just wore my Spurs out. Just gave them a good old-fashioned butt whooping. Hey, they were better. Now, I've told you that. I don't like losing. I hate losing. But when the other team's better, you got to concede it. And right now, until further notice, have been proved differently, and they're not going to. The Warriors are the best team in the National Basketball Association. They've done it. They went out on the court. Okay, people say, well, they went out and bought their team. Okay, they bought their team. They can do that. It's America, free enterprise. So they went out and opened up the checkbook and got the guys for the sole purpose.
And they just got one. And they just got one guy. They just got one guy. Everybody else that they have, all their players, except Sean Livingston was a guy. Nobody. He's bounced around the NBA for years. Nobody, but their main players are all came out of the draft, except for Kevin Durant. Okay, and that's no different than LeBron going to Miami. That's no different than hasn't worked so far in New York. But it's no different than Carmelo going to New York. You know, free agent decides at some time in his career, okay, do I want the money? Or do I want a ring?
Yeah.
And if I want a ring, where is my best chance to win? And he looked at his best chance. He looked at where he was at in Oklahoma City. And he looked where he could go to Golden State. And he knew if he went to Golden State, they were going to have to get rid of some pieces. I really thought Golden State would have a little bit more difficult time this year because I thought the depth where they had to give away so many players last year to be able to fit Kevin Durant in the salary cap, it would eventually hurt them. But he scored more in one game than Harrison Barnes scored in the entire NBA Finals. The guy he replaced in the whole 7-game series last year, Durant scored more in Game 2 than Barnes did in the whole series.
LeBron, does he stay in Cleveland? Is this his option year? Or is
he has. They're all these guys now with the way it is. They've all got an option. They've all got an option. They can stay or opt out. I think he stays. I think he goes out and tries to recruit. If there's any players that are opting out, he goes out and tries to recruit another big name free agent or tries to help make a trade. I think, you know, Kevin Love's still in. I think Irving's still in. but they've got to get some more depth on the bench, and they thought they did that this year. Richard Jefferson played well last year in the finals, has played well at times this year. They brought Darren Williams in to give Kyrie Irving. Darren Williams he's been a non-factor. He did well in the regular season, and then here in the playoffs, they've just kind of left him over there on the bench.
We're talking to Carmichael live at Champion Chevrolet, home, of course, of the great folks Tim Copenhaver and Andy Dietrich. In fact, Tim said they're going to throw 10 catfish out on the ice tonight in Pittsburgh. We're going to switch gears. Stanley Cup Finals. Predators did what they had to do. You were there Monday, were you not?
The only game. There's a place right beside Bridgestone Arena called Rippy's.
Rippy's?
It's Rippy's. It started out when I first started going there many years ago in Nashville. It was a one-level place. Now it's 4 levels. Everything in Nashville, even the famous Tootsie's, is like 3 and 4 levels now. Really? You can't expand in Nashville this way.
You have to go up.
You got to go up. And I mean, I've never seen a 4-story honky tonk, but now that's what happens in Nashville. I heard the stat in that it's like, I think it's either 20 or 50 people are moving to Nashville every day.
How many?
20 or didn't hear. It's either 20 or 50. One of the two numbers. They're moving to Nashville every day of the year.
Wow.
Nashville is becoming the fastest. I think eventually it will be the biggest city in the South. I think it'll overtake Atlanta. I think it will become, not only everybody thinks, well, Nashville's music, but Nashville's also technology. There's a lot of high-tech jobs going into the mid-state area and in there. I think this hockey is amazing. I read on Twitter Saturday there was people from one of the hockey writers from Toronto. He wasn't covering the series, but he was taking his dad down there. He wanted to be there. He said there was lots of people from Toronto with Predators gear on, Toronto, Canada, and Preds gear going to Nashville. I was lucky Monday night after the game. You do the post-game show with NHL Live, the NHL Network, with NBC. I got behind the NHL guys, and there was 2 girls beside me, and they said, we're from Toronto, and they were Predator fans. And there was a guy behind me that was from another part of Ontario. Those are Predator fans. Loud, even in the place where I was at, Rippy's, loud, you could hear the goal. Like if the Predators scored a goal, before you could see it on TV,
you heard the crowd reaction.
You heard the horn, the goal horn, and you heard the crowd reaction, and then you heard the crowd reaction from here. It was in stereo. The crowd reaction from the arena, the crowd reaction from out on the street, and the crowd reaction from Rippy's, all like in one. It was as loud as any rock concert I've ever been to.
We're talking to Carmichael. He was there, of course, and you're hearing him saying Music City. So tonight he's not going to be there. He'll be in front of the tube watching it because the Predators skate in Pittsburgh, tied at 2. That guarantees with a win they're going to be coming back to Nashville on Sunday. But again, tonight you got to know. In fact, I was reading a quote from the coach from the Predators. You know you're going to get your best hockey tonight from the Penguins on their home ice, the Stanley Cup defending champions, Stanley Cup final defending champions. So break it down tonight. What do you think? What's the Predators got to do to win?
They've got to keep playing the same way they've played really the entire series and hope that Pekka Rinne can be the same goalie he's been in Game 3 and 4. If the Predators come out of this and win, he's the Conn Smythe Trophy winner, is the most valuable player for the playoffs. He made maybe the best save in the history of the franchise the other night when he stopped the puck one way, and as they were getting ready to put the puck in behind him, he dove across the ice and knocked it away. I don't know of another save in the history of the franchise that's been any better. The only thing I worry about tonight, in the last 50 years, that in the Stanley Cup Finals, there have been 7 occasions where home team won the first 2 games, visitors won games 3 and 4. In that 7 times, the home team has won Game 5, all 7 times. But in 3 of those series, the visitor has come back to win the series.
Interesting.
So tonight, if there's a trend, that's a trend that the home team usually wins Game 5, but in 3 of the 7, the visitor has come back. The last time it happened was in 2011, Boston and Vancouver. Vancouver wins the first 2 at home. Boston comes back and wins Game 3 and 4. Vancouver comes back and wins Game 5. Boston wins an exciting Game 6, and then they shellac Vancouver in Game 7, and they almost burnt the town down in Vancouver because they lost the Stanley Cup that year. But Crosby for Pittsburgh finally played well the other night, but Genny Malkin and Phil Kessel have just almost been almost a no-show in the finals, and they've got to get those two guys going. If they do, then the Predators will have an uphill fight. If they don't, I think the Preds have a really great chance to win this evening.
Penguins just 7-7 over its last 14 games, have been limited to just 1 goal, and 6 of its past 11. So their offense is sputtering in Pittsburgh, obviously. Predators are 5-5 when forced to wear the road whites, including a Game 5 victory over Anaheim in the Western Finals. So Nashville has been every bit of Pittsburgh's equal in this Stanley Cup final. So they'll skate tonight. They'll drop the puck. Of course, it's going to be a 3-game shootout. You've got tonight Pittsburgh, Sunday Nashville, and the outright Game 7, if need be, will be in Pittsburgh next Wednesday. They'll drop the puck tonight at 8 o'clock in Pittsburgh. Of course, they're going to be nuts up there, just like the Nashville fans are nuts in Bridgestone.
Pittsburgh's a great sports town, great hockey town. And you're the defending champs, and now you're coming in. Really, it's a must-win. I mean, if Pittsburgh loses tonight, they've got to feel, I don't think they can win in Nashville. And then coming back to Nashville Sunday, when you talk about red letter days in the history of cities, this Sunday, June 11th, could be one of those in Nashville. Not only have you got the Stanley Cup Finals in Nashville, Game 6, the Cup is going to be in the house because one of the two teams has a chance to win it, especially if it's Nashville up 3-2. How many people you're going to have there? Because Saturday night they had sellout crowd in the arena. They had estimated 50 to 55,000 people in the streets and watching the game.
Wow!
Watching. Now, starting today is the Fan Fest. It plays in the state. There's a concert in the stadium at LP Field every night. Sunday night is the big close. I know Brad Paisley is one, and I think Lady Antebellum are two of the headliners. There's like 6 headliners. I mean, not like, Chop Liver. It's all like 6 of the biggest stars in country music performing at LP Field with an estimated crowd of 50 to 55,000 people. Now you add those people there. Bonnaroo's in Manchester, Middle Tennessee this weekend. Nashville started doing a New Year's Day show, a New Year's Eve show. And they've estimated, I guess their biggest crowd was right at 150,000 people in the streets of Nashville.
Wow.
They're thinking Sunday's going to be more. They're talking 160 to 175,000 people. Now, for us that live up here lucky to live up here in East Tennessee and fortunate to be at the Bristol track, well, that's, we see that on a
regular
basis. But when you've got, like in a 3-block area, all these people, and I'd say of 160 or 70,000 of them, I'd say probably a good 130 have partaken in an adult beverage or 2
or 3.
It is going to be. It's going to be, and that's what the league and the sports world has seen Nashville. This place, just a great place to go and watch a game and have a great time.
FanFest is my man down there. The all-time greatest country singer is George Jones for me, but the second all-time greatest singer is George Strait. Is he back out?
No, he doesn't. Now all he is doing are just, and he hasn't done FanFest even when he was still touring. I don't think he did it in years. He just kind of, but he's doing those Las Vegas shows. He's just got a little residency in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. Does about, I want to say 6 to 8 shows a year. I know he's there in July again, and I think he is there. I know he's there in December because I saw something. Was looking at it because Reba McEntire and Brooks and Dunn also have some concerts over at the Caesar's Palace, and George Strait's at the new Tea Garden Mobile Arena where the Golden Knights, the new Las Vegas hockey team, will be playing this year.
Got 3 minutes left here. Got Landon Owen waiting in the wings, the director of ticket sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. We're talking to man Carmichael. So put you on the spot, 10 seconds. Give it to me. Predators, do they win tonight?
Yes.
They win tonight. Go 3-2, bring it back to Nashville or close
and they win Sunday night. So they're going to win Sunday night no matter what. Now, whether that means it's Game 7 in Pittsburgh or they host the Cup, they're going to win Sunday night. Tonight's but I think that they can win. It's another one of those confidence like Cleveland, Golden State. I just see this. You see the shoulders slumped of Pittsburgh. They're out of gas. That's another team played 2 straight 7-game series. they're out of gas. They have no defense. Their defense is not as good, not nearly as good as Nashville. It's weak. It's weakened because Chris Letang has been injured for the entire postseason and the end of the regular season, and I think that's the reason Nashville wins the Cup.
Before we get into the Parks and Rec, one last topic. Give me your Reader's Digest version. Bob Stoops steps away as the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. Obviously very surprising that he did that. Just got a contract extension earlier in the year. Steps back, hands it off to Lincoln Riley, his offensive coordinator, now named the new head coach of Oklahoma at 33 years old, the youngest coach in the FBS. So your take on Bob Stoops stepping away?
Surprised that it happened at this time of the year, but then you're thinking, okay, maybe he decided he'd maybe just do one more year. Maybe this is the time to make the transition and make the handoff, because it gives you a summer to recruit. Now with, they're changing football signing rules to early signing in football. Maybe this is getting the guy on board, not giving another school a chance to come in and sign him this year. This is the guy you want to bring in as your successor. Why not do it now when it's before the season? Gives you a summer, the players know what you're doing and the recruits know what you're doing.
There you go. He's right on. We can keep this guy on all day long. I know he's got a day job. It's at the Johnson City Parks and Rec, so give me a couple of tidbits and we'll let you scoot. Oh, that's a concert series.
That's a concert series tonight. Jerry Pearson, the Nightlife Band.
Oh, those guys
Jerry Pierce, great performer in the area. Mm-hmm. When I was a young man, and I'm in my mid-50s now and out going places 30 and 35 years ago, Jerry Pierce was making the tunes then. He's still doing it tonight at the Wingdeer Park at the Lakefront Amphitheater, the Goulding Amphitheater. It's from 7 to 9. Go hear Jerry. Let's put it this way. Go hear Jerry from 7 to about 8 o'clock, and then make your way back home and watch the Preds tonight.
There you go.
Be a good night. Also, got some art camps coming up. We got the art thingamajiggies coming up June 19th to 23rd, ages 6 to 11, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. during the day on that week. July 10th through 14th, Under the Paintbrush. It's an all-day camp at the Memorial Park Community Center, and also Arts in the Park, and that's July 24th, July 28th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. All those going on. You can register at myjcparks.org or at the Memorial Park Community Center. And I hope to have information next week about our Saturday in the Park event coming up July 15th.
Oh, yeah. So, not a really cool setting. Never been to the amphitheater out of Wingdeer. It's awesome. The Lakeside Concert Series tonight. It is free. Jerry Pierce and the Nightlife Band from 7 to 9 o'clock. As Carmichael said, go catch him. It's free. It's awesome. And then you can go back home and watch, as he said, what we hope will be a Predators victory in Pittsburgh tonight. Awesome job.
Yes, sir.
See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Carmichael's back next week. Quick break. We'll check in with Landon Owen, the Director of Ticket Sales at Bristol Motor Speedway, next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, One call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live again at Champion Chevrolet. Don't forget, coming up 4th of July, you can win a brand new car at Freedom Hall. Of course, they're going to be right there with our great friends at Bristol Motor Speedway. I know I sound syrupy and cheesy when I say this, but I'm honored to be part of the Bristol Motor Speedway family twice a year up there, hanging out and doing some announcing. So, love those folks. This guy you see on the screen, class act, and so are the folks here at Champion. So again, go to the website pepsi-fireworks.com. Again, we're giving away a Mosheen, and it's going to be pretty cool, where you can win a free car from Champion Chevrolet. And so Andy will be back to talk about that coming up here in just a few minutes. Let's go to the phone. He's there, the director of ticket sales at Bristol Motor Speedway, our dear friend Landon Owen. And good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, man, I love hanging out. I love talking to you guys and ladies up there again to the Speedway, and we'll get into that coming up here in just a second. NBA Finals, let's get your take. Cavaliers put a fork in them, they're done, or they have? Can they come back? Nobody's ever come back from being down 3-0 to win the Finals. Can the Cavaliers break that string and do it or not?
You know, if it says bake it 400 for 30 minutes, they've been in the oven for about 29. They just about done. they just can't. I mean, the Warriors are so good. I'm not the biggest NBA fan, but I felt compelled to watch this series just based on the historical applications for it and implications. And it's not a series. The Warriors are too good. Kevin Durant shows why he's, arguably the second best player in the world, and LeBron, for all that he's worth, it's just, he's dealing with working with a short stack there.
Well, exactly right. And of course, I've heard people say, well, Golden State went out and bought their team. Well, they added Kevin Durant, but that's the goal. It's free enterprise. It's America, so you go get the best and you better yourself. I don't know why people get mad because they do that. So
I didn't know that was against the rules to try to better your team.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? At the end of the day, sometimes you just got to say they're a better team. And right now, quite frankly, the Warriors are a better team. They're showing it. So they'll try and close it out Friday night in Cleveland. Hey, tonight on the ice in Pittsburgh, can the Predators tied at 2? Can they get a W tonight against the Penguins in Pittsburgh?
There you go. I hope so. They've been an exciting team to watch all throughout the playoffs, and they've certainly captivated not only Nashville, but they've captivated the state, and they're starting to captivate others beyond the borders. So let's hope they get it done. I'd love to see them get a win tonight and come back home and have a chance to close it out. But most important is, you can't lose the series tonight. So as they say, you've heard it a lot in both series. Series doesn't start till the home team loses. So they've got a good shot tonight, and they can't lose the cup tonight. So they've still got a home game to play, and worst thing you can do is hope for a Game 7.
Sunday we'll be back in Nashville, guaranteed. Then if it is a Game 7, it'll be next Wednesday night in Pittsburgh, and so they can take care of business tonight. Again, we were told by Tim Copenhaver is going to be not 1, not 2, but 10 catfish thrown out on the ice tonight in Pittsburgh by anonymous folks. So I'm sure that'll get everybody revved up in Pittsburgh, and I see the catfish just flying across the ice. So
that's great.
It's going to be intense tonight in Pittsburgh, and it should be. I mean, this is the two best in hockey, and that's what it's all about. It should be intense and should be loud and proud wherever you're playing. So it's going to be loud and proud next week at Thunder Valley Nationals. We'll talk about that in a moment. Of course, we are 70 days away from the truck race and race weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway on the Circle Track, so we'll get to that in a second. Landon's a huge college football guy. Shocked, surprised, not surprised, Bob Stoops walks away from Oklahoma's football program. What do you think?
I think he'd probably had enough a few years ago. I got some inside sources out there from time to time, but it's been a little not the smoothest of marriages, even though the leadership has been there, and President Boren and Joe Castiglione running the athletic department there. Great guys to work for, and I think he just realized that he didn't, I guess his dad was a high school coach and actually had a heart attack and passed away during a game that he was coaching. So I think he just looked at his family history and didn't want that to happen to himself, and his kids are seniors in high school, and he just wanted to step away. I also think you got a little bit of the Jim Calhoun thing going on there, where you step away at an inopportune time for someone to go out and hire a head coach, and you get to kind of pick your successor. So I think Lincoln Riley, he had been there a couple of years. He had been there as an assistant prior to that, and I think he was kind of Bob's hand-picked guy a couple of years ago to come in and take over. He's going to be the youngest head coach in the FBS at 33, coaching arguably one of the best programs that's ever been. So it's going to be a tall task for him, but we've seen success like that before. Connecticut basketball being that example of Calhoun stepping away, Kevin Ollie coming in and winning a national title within a couple of years, or actually his first year, I believe. So that really solidified the job for him. So I think it's a little surprising, but probably not unexpected to the people in Norman.
There you go. We're talking to our buddy Landon Owens on the screen, the director of ticket sales at Bristol Motor Speedway. They're coming to town next weekend. It's going to be a great weekend. It's always special. Father's Day weekend at Bristol Dragway. Thunder Valley Nationals coming to town, and the Forces and Anton Brown and Schumacher and all the folks rolling in there. Young man, of course, Johnson, local favorite out of Greenville. So they're coming to town. Tickets are available, but I will say, everything I've been told from up there, and this is not hype, but the ticket sales are going very brisk for next week's activities. Is that a fair statement?
They're always pretty brisk this time of year for this event. It's one of those events that just keeps growing, and we're thrilled that it does. We hear from the folks that come back year after year that it's hard to improve an event that's really, really good to begin with. But we try to do different things. We try to innovate. We don't just try to rest on what the past has told us, and adding a second screen for the grandstands is another great example of that a year or two ago, and we've improved that production over time. Every ticket is also a pit pass, and the access that you get to this sport it's unrivaled in any other sport. You can go right up to the teams as they're rebuilding their cars, tearing them down. It's really neat, and just stand there and smoking some nitro fumes. It's a different experience if you've never done it before. But the access to get down that close to the competitors and to be standing right near the track when those things take off with 10,000 horsepower literally rattles your bones, and it shakes your eyeballs inside your skull. You see a little blurred vision there as they're taken away. So it's the truest sensory experience in sports. It's certainly a sight that you have to see in person. TV coverage is excellent, but it doesn't do justice to the in-person experience.
Of course, Friday night, you've moved things around to honor Doug Herbert, who's coming up there to be put into the Hall of Fame, which is awesome. And of course, I know talking to Julie Bennett a couple of weeks back, as she said her favorite part here at the Dragway was the Friday night with the flames and everything under the lights. So Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday We, thanks to the Dragway, we're giving away 10 pairs of tickets for Saturday, so that's $80 a pair. So the Dragway said we're going to give the Tom Taylor Sports Show $800 worth of tickets to give away. So we've got it's pretty cool. I went and looked at it last night. We have over 200 entries, and we've got them based on the phone area code of the phones, we've got them from 11 different states that have registered for these tickets. So it's pretty cool. And so we got over 200 entries from 11 different states, and so we're very excited about that. We'll give them away next week, and so you can still get tickets. You can still qualify for me at TomTaylorSports.com/contest. But Landon, you want to sell them as well, and so tell us how we can buy tickets to the big event next weekend.
423 Bristol, get you right into the ticket department. We're here 9 to 8 during the week, 9 to 7 on Friday, 10 to 5 this Saturday, and 1 to 5 on Sunday. So anytime that you're traveling in, you need tickets, we'll be selling them at the gates. We'll be opening about 30 minutes before the gates open each day. You can check BristolDragway.com for the exact schedule, and you can also buy tickets through BristolDragway.com. Tickets start at $30 for Sunday, $50 for Saturday, and $35 for Friday night. As you mentioned, we do have great kids discounts as low as $5 for Sunday on Father's Day. Free track walk Sunday morning, donuts with Dad, a great Father's Day tradition for many folks, including myself, where my son, he comes up and we walk the track, and we'll have a picture every year of us doing that, and I hope many others do as well. You mentioned Friday night. We have fireworks finishing off the night. Great family event. Bring hearing protection for the kids. Bring hearing protection for yourselves, and have a great old time.
You got it. We're again talking to our buddy Landon Owens. So then we jump for it. I'll let him go. I know he's busy. Then we'll jump over to the Circle Track, as we said earlier, 70 days away from the UNOH 200, the Camping World Truck Series, coming to town on that Wednesday, the 16th. And, of course, the 18th is the Food City 300. You see on the ball cap here I've got on. And, of course, the 19th is, as Charlie Daniels says in the commercial we're running, it is America's Night Race, the Bass Pro Shop NRA Night Race. This is not hype. Everybody's asked me, said, man, your work up there. He said, are tickets going good? I said, tickets going very good for a lot of reasons. Yes, Junior's up there for the last time, but Landon, it's just, again, you got to be there. My friends are coming in from Cincinnati. They came for the spring race. I said, the spring race is awesome, but the night race, and this is not a bunch of blowing smoke, it just goes to a different level. There's just nothing like experiencing the night race at Bristol in August when they drop that green flag, and when I'm standing on the start-finish line, it's like 10,000 or more lightning bugs because all these people are taking pictures of flash bulbs. So it really is just an awesome experience, and the ticket sales are going very good for this race, aren't they?
They are. They're flying off the shelves. We had a great spring race. The action on the track was tremendous. We had a lot of passing. You know, the new compound that we put down certainly seemed to have the driver's stamp of approval, and you know, caused people to get a little loose and maybe get a little overconfident. And we saw a bump and run for a win in the Xfinity race, and you know, it's going to be an exciting show. And as you mentioned, when the lights come on, the tempers go up, and there's just not a lot of room to run around. You can't see as well. It's going to be. It's the reason it's one of the greatest shows in sports year after year. We're thrilled to be on NBC rather. It's just a tremendous night. If you've never been, it's time to cross it off your bucket list. And I promise you won't just cross it off. You're going to put it back on there for next year. We got weekend packages for under $100 that you can purchase right now that get you both races Friday and Saturday night. Tickets for Wednesday's doubleheader, you get 350 laps for that for just $30, and kids are free. Kids are free for Wednesday night and Friday night. Kids are just $10. Any ticket in the house, just $10 for Saturday night for the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. So it's a family event. It's a fun event. It's a rowdy event from time to time. So bring everybody down. We'll be happy to help. 423 Bristol, BristolMotorspeedway.com, or BristolTix.com. You can get tickets any one of those ways, and we're here to help you.
You got a great report. I know you're busy. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your friendship. He's a good one right there. He's like that Japanese car. He's a nice one. That's that Landon Owen guy. And of course, happy belated birthday. How's it feel to be 24 now? Pretty good?
Oh, I wish. Yeah, that would have been good about 15 years ago. But, you know, thank you, though. I appreciate it. And we're looking forward to actually having another kid with us for next Father's Day. So we're excited about what the future holds.
Well, congratulations. Awesome stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. It's Bristol, baby.
You too, buddy. All right.
Yep, good man right there, Landon Owen. Appreciate him very much. Again, the director of ticket sales at Bristol Motor Speedway, and heard about it right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll be right back. Is he here? He is. Andy Dietrich will come back, the stud co-owner of Champion Chevrolet. He's in the house. He'll come back, close out the show. Coming up next year, we're live at Champion Chevrolet. Tomorrow we'll be at Food City in Colonial Heights on a Food City Friday, and we'll come back and talk to my man, A.D., Andy Dietrich, stud co-owner of Champion Chevrolet, next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. There you are. This is how you can win. We've got 10 sets of tickets to give away next week to the tune of, as you know, we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, to the tune of $800 for the tickets we're going to be giving away. And we do want to say thanks again to the folks at Bristol Motor Speedway and Dragway for allowing us to get those tickets. They said we want to give Tom Taylor Sports Show some tickets to give away, and so they did, to the tune of $800. So $80 a pair, 10 winners. You have a 1 in 10 chance, and again, all you got to do is go right there, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We'll give it away on Tuesday, and hey, good luck. And again, we have over 200 entries. I was trying to find the entries, and I'll dig into my bag here and get those, because he's going to come back and visit with us. He would be, boom, Andy Dietrich, owner of Champion Chevrolet. There he is. Stud, as they call him. There it is. Let's get him on there. They're tired of seeing me. How you doing? You're back this afternoon. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I'm back. My belly's full of hot dogs and hamburgers. We grilled out today.
Good. Thank you for sharing. Did you save me one? Tom, we didn't, but yeah, I know.
If you've got, give me some money. I'll run down to Pals and get you something real quick.
That's my friend Anna. Here it is. Here's the entry. Now you can't see these obviously, but here is, just to give you an idea. There's all the entries so far for the tickets. Over 11 states represented. Over 200 entries, and that's just since what's today? Thursday.
Is that for a chance to meet you?
No, that's for a chance to get to. No, there's zero for those. They want to meet him before they want to meet me. Come on now. It's Stud Coner.
It's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah,
too.
Mr. Copenhagen didn't really cotton too good to being called Stud Coner. Didn't fly, did it?
That's why we're just mediocre.
He says some things are better left unsaid.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's here. We're going to be talking about this car. He's going to be giving away a 2017 Sonic coming up July 4th at Freedom Hall. But again, one more time, there it is. You can see him, and I don't expect you to, but it gives you the idea of the interest of these tickets. These are all people's names, area codes, and 11 different states. So,
and that's for the drag race?
That's for the drags coming up next week and next Saturday. And, of course, every ticket we give you, or you'll win, every ticket also gives you a pit pass to get down and press the flesh with John Force, Brittany, Courtney Force, Schumacher, Anton Brown. I mean, the list goes on and on. Gosh, I want to say Steve Johnson. I should know this, out of Greenville, the local driver. So, again, go there, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and continue to qualify through. I guess we'll cut that off Monday. We'll give them away on Tuesday next week. So there you go. We're here again at Champion Chevrolet. Again, the #1 Chevy dealership in the entire state of Tennessee. And again, I'm pretty excited about this. He gave me this today. He said, Tom, we're giving away a car, a 2017 Sonic LS, valued over $17,400. Somebody's going to win this lock, stock, and barrel, free and clear, on July the 4th. Again, at Freedom Hall, the big annual fireworks display brought to you by our great other sponsor, Food City. So, pretty cool stuff, man. Giving away a car. How many years you been doing that?
I think this will be our 4th year, I think. Time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having fun, exactly.
It's 4th year. It's the real deal. You win the car. It's yours forever. It's not a lease. And, they are giving other prizes away before that, but that is the grand prize finale. The brand new 2017 Chevrolet Sonic LS, MSRP $17,400.
Well, needless to say, because these guys are marketing machines, that's why they're the #1 Chevy dealer in the state. So they gave away, for the gala, gave away a car then back earlier in the year. Now they're giving away a car at Freedom Hall. We're talking about it 3 weeks out. So obviously giving away a car gives a lot of notoriety and attention to Champion Chevrolet, right?
Well, it does do that, but this is where Tim and I live. This is where our kids go to school. And this is where our employment is in our business. And our community has been great to us, and we are giving back and want great things to come of this community. Want more jobs and more people moving here, and just a good, great, wonderful economy. And that's why we do it. It's we are blessed to live here. Mm-hmm. It's a great community.
I asked you this earlier in the year. I'm going to ask you again. I'm not going to get into politics. That's not the point of the show. But is there still, because I feel it, is there still an air of optimism since things have changed in Washington to have a new president, and are things a little bit more vibrant than it was before?
Yeah, it seems like, people have settled in that Trump's our president, and, business is good. And I see it more, not on the car side, but more on the commercial side and home building. Businesses are spending more money for improvements, and are hiring more employees because they're selling more products, and we're building more houses because more people are coming here. Banks have been able to loosen up from some of the government regulations and loan more money for houses. And so yes, it's, auto lending's gotten a little bit easier. They've loosened the straps per se, and they don't want to go through another 08, 9, and 10, the banking crisis and everything, but they're finally loosened that up, so it's a lot easier to get a loan for a car and a house. So yes, things are getting a lot better.
We're talking to our buddy again, Andy Dietrich, co-owner of Champion Chevrolet, on the screen. So tell us how we can get into the running for. This is really cool how it's going to happen too. He told us earlier in the show about being up on the stage with the Pepsis and pretty cool stuff. Again, the website is Pepsi-Fireworks.com, by the way, for you to find out more.
Yeah.
But he's about to tell you more. So
yeah,
tell us how we can win.
all these 6 or 7 pages are on that. It's the official rules for the Chevy Sonic giveaway. The way you can register anytime here at Champion. I've got it right here at my sales desk here in the showroom. You can register up until June 26th here. Anytime WXVQ is having a remote at a Food City, which is every few days it seems like, and they have the actual car, they take it for each radio remote to each Food City that they travel to. So you can see the car, you can register then, and if you go to the participating local Food Cities and use your value card and buy Pepsi products, you're automatically entered each time you buy Pepsi products at Food City. So there's lots of good chances to win, and then they do 15 finalists. They'll have a drawing from each one of the boxes they've collected from, and it's like 15 finalists, and then they have the 15 finalists go up on stage at 9:20 on July 4th. They're each handed a can of Pepsi unopened. It just says Pepsi, and they have a plastic cup in front of them, and they all 1, 2, 3. Everybody opens their can, pours it in the clear plastic cup, and whoever has Sierra Mist come out in their cup, they win the car.
You got to know, I'm up there. This is what I'll be doing. I'm up there shaking and spill all over the stage, because you're going to pop that Pepsi can. If it comes out Sierra Mist, which is the Pepsi, Sierra Mist is a Pepsi product, obviously, then you win the car. Everybody else kind of, I'm sure there may be some
2 years ago,
prizes,
the guy that got the Sprite, woohoo, and starts slinging it. Pepsi or the Sierra Mist goes everywhere on all of us. The other contestants, it was nuts.
So
hit the lights up on the stage.
Great. Syrup stuck everywhere.
Yeah.
That's great. So, anyway, so when you go to Food City and shop and get Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, of course, Mountain Dew and Diet Dew, all those are Pepsi products. So when you do that, as you heard Andy say, it automatically puts you in the running.
With the value card.
With the value card, your Food City value card. That's the key. And so we'll talk more about that tomorrow. We'll be at Food City in Colonial Heights. So all this coming up on Tuesday, July the 4th, not that far away.
WXVQ will actually be here with the car. Let me see if I have the time. This Saturday here at the dealership. Doing a live remote. I don't have it in my calendar, but it is in the afternoon. But listen, WXVQ 96.9, and they're saying all this week, don't listen to them while you're listening to us, or Tom is on the air. But any other time, listen to them, and they'll tell you each week leading up to the event where the car is, which Food City or which location that they're at. But they are here this Saturday.
Dear friend works up there, Mark Tragler, WXVQ.
He's an awesome guy.
He was coming up through the ranks back in the day when I was doing Love Notes on TFM. So Tragler and I go way back. Great guy, great kid. I say kid, young man, but he was learning the ropes when he was just a young pup. And so any other time between 11 and 1, don't. But any other time, catch them, 96.9, giving them a free plug. But they are good peeps. And Tragler's a dear friend and a great DJ, too. So
he likes horror movies.
He does?
Yes.
He likes the Ohio State Buckeyes, too. You can wear and the Cleveland Browns. He likes the Browns. Now, Tragler, can you switch to the real team? The Raiders. No, he's a Brownie. He likes the Browns. So, who have nowhere to go but up.
And I think he's a big Star Wars aficionado, too.
Is he really? Yeah. Great guy, Tragler, and the guys at XBQ and ladies. We're talking to our buddy Andy Dietrich. So, we talked earlier about the Volt. Let me jump in here and pick a couple more to talk about. We have 20% off all Traverse LT models, and also 20% off all Equinox LT models. So give me a sales pitch on Traverse and Equinox. What are the selling points?
Traverse is right below the Tahoe. It is 3 rows of seats. It is a crossover vehicle, so Tahoe you have to step up into a little bit. Traverse you can just step right into. There's no stepping up. 3 rows, you can get it front wheel drive or all wheel drive. It has dual sunroofs if you want it. You can get them with DVD players, leather, heated seats. Comes standard with a V6 motor in it. You can get miles per gallon in the upper teens, and then highway is 23 to 26 miles per gallon on it. Great car. Equinox is right below the Traverse. There is not a third row seat, but it does have seating for 5. Has a 4-cylinder engine in it, and also later this year I drove it when I went to Atlanta Motor Speedway a couple weeks ago for a Chevrolet training. I drove the new diesel that they're going to offer in the Equinox. So you're going to get, when that diesel option comes available, you're going to get over 40 miles per gallon in an SUV.
Can't beat it.
And it's it's got pep. They let us get on it and take it through a road course with cones and
got on a little bit. Got on the gas.
Yes, tires squealed just a little bit.
Redneck.
I'm a high-tech redneck.
There you go. Like to hear them tires squeal and squalling. You got it. ChampionJC.com. Also, before I let you go, plug the trucks. Which one of the trucks you want to plug one more time?
Well, it's our best seller. It's the All-Star package in 2017 Silverado, crew cab and double cabs. All of them out here that are the All-Star package, which is the LT model, $11,000 off MSRP. So those sticker anywhere from $47,000 to $51,000 depending on what options you get on it, and $11,000 off of that, whatever the MSRP is.
That's pretty simple math. Take that MSRP and deduct $11,000, and you're off and running here at Champion Chevrolet. ChampionJC.com. Phone number is 282-2121, and you're open 6 days a week, including the service department.
Yes, service is open 8 to 5 on Saturdays. Most service departments are closed, but ours is set parts and service 8 to 5 on Saturday. We're always closed Sundays.
I want to say hello to the guys back there listening. I saw David Harrison come through last week when I was leaving from Turkey Town. Works up in the service department. They got us on up there, and we appreciate that on the phone app. So, and I want to say this too about this gentleman. Every time I do the show over here, I don't know what he does because I don't know anything about technology. He is a high-tech redneck, but I don't know if he likes and shares it. But all of a sudden, when I'm out here on Thursdays, the thing blows up, and all these different folks are saying they've seen the show. So, do you like it? Is that what you do? You do a little Facebook or social media?
I haven't shared the actual show today. What I shared today that what time you're coming on, who you had on your show, and I guess a lot of people just watch it.
Yeah. Show's growing. I appreciate that.
I didn't know you did Love Notes.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
What year time frame was that?
Gosh, before Elva Marie. So it was. I took whose place did I take? Mark Evan McKinney's took his place and did Love Notes. I did it for about a year. Well, I do know it was during Desert Storm because I used to get all the calls in the early '80s, mid '80s, whenever Desert Storm was.
That was
a while back.
Yeah, that was late 80s, early 90s.
Okay. I was over there, and because the ladies would call in and dedicate songs to their servicemen who were overseas in Desert Storm. So,
what would you say to them? Now, get in your Love Notes voice. We need to hear this. Go back.
Love Notes. How can I help you? Would you play Reunited, Peaches and Herbs, or Do You Think I'm Sexy, Rod Stewart, for Andy, who's stationed over in the Middle East? Yes, I can do that for you. So, what's your first name? Haley. Okay. Thank you. Click. Come back on there and say, for Haley in Johnson City, says she wants to send one out to her man over there serving our great country in the Middle East during Desert Storm. This is going out to Andy and all the guys from Rod Stewart. Do You Think I'm Sexy? Love Notes on 98.5 WTFM.
Man.
There you go. And so
impressive.
Yeah. And then it's a good run. I had a lot of fun with it. It was meet some cool people and played some.
Steve Mann there then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we played. You think? I guess every night I got Reunited, Peaches and Herbs, 3 times a Lady the Commodores, Easy the Commodores, Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy, and Hot Legs. I'm trying to think of all this. Oh God, what was the one I used to play over? Bertie Higgins, Key Largo. Remember that song? That's before your time.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go back and listen to it. I heard that thing. It was hot when it came out, and so when it was hot back in the day, I don't know how to do it now. I'm not on terrestrial radio, but back in the day, if it was a hot song, you played it every 15 minutes because the phones are ringing for it.
God.
Back when I was doing country, you remember the song Swingin', John Anderson?
Mm-hmm.
She's just swinging. Oh, Lord. Play it every 15 minutes, you just want to puke because you heard it every 15 minutes by popular demand. So,
how about Milli Vanilli?
No, not much Millie. Not much Vanilla either. I was trying to think the other song we played. Bruce Hornsby in the Range. Played a lot of Bruce Hornsby in the Range.
Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis coming to Fun Fest. Played a lot of Huey
Billy
Lewis.
Joel.
Billy Joel. Oh, I Love You Just the Way You Are. Got that one all the time. Billy Joel. Played this for, and so it's interesting.
James Taylor.
Here you go.
I'm on a roll now.
He may have been in there with me. He's like my altar I didn't know Andy was there with me because
I was a little younger then.
James Taylor. How old were you back then?
Let's see. I was in middle school, and Desert Storm started.
Oh, why did I do this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm old. So I bet my boots are older than you. So
probably.
Did Love Notes. It was cool. Got a lot of Elvis requests. A lot of, you can't go wrong with Elvis wanting some love songs. So I was trying to think.
You said Rod Stewart. What about Michael Bolton?
There was another one. Man, you're on it. Carly Simon. Not You're So Vain. There was another one she had. It was a big one that the girls wanted to hear. Send out to the guys. Billy Joel, Love You Just the Way You Are. Oh, Paul McCartney. Maybe I'm Amazed. My Love. The Beatles. Any of the Beatles stuff we played. I mean, I Want to Hold Your Hand and She Loves You and All My Lovin' and Help. I mean, it was.
How about Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby?
No, Michael Jackson. Got a lot of Michael Jackson back in the day. It's interesting. You make me sweep off the cobwebs, but anyway, it was pretty cool doing Love Notes. It was, and you know, they liked me doing the show, and I enjoyed doing the show. So then I took the job. Yeah, it's late '80s, and I left there and went down to the Citadel and did a play-by-play in Charleston. So anyway, Love Notes. We need. You know what we ought to do? We ought to
do a Love Note request
line. We ought to do an Andy and Tom show one night. Just get together someplace on Facebook and spin the platters. Say, call in for a request that you and I could be a two-headed monster.
What happens if nobody calls in?
We'll have Haley call, be a ringer. Have my girls
we'll
call.
Go ahead and have some people set up to call. Please call in.
Please call and ask for something. So
we only have like 4 CDs, so don't ask for too much.
And we got to change it. We have to.
Maybe we can post the songs. These are the only songs we can play.
Here's our top 10.
Yeah.
No, here's our only 10 that we can play. So you can request it over and over and over. So
and you can get the Love Notes.
Yeah.
You know,
do the Barry White thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I used to turn the lights down low in the studio and
light a candle.
Light a candle.
Have a little glass of wine with champagne.
Yeah, so back in the day, so we start talking into that microphone and did. Remember Venus used to do it on WKRP in Cincinnati, the overnight guy. So yeah, good times. Giving them a free plug, but that's okay. They're good people over there. David Widener and those folks.
They do. 98.5 does great things with. They do the radiothon at Niswangers.
Yeah, Children's Hospital, absolutely. So, by the way, hello to Don Raines. I thought I'd say hello to him. I used to work for him. Great guy, great radio guy.
I'm on board with him.
Yep.
He's a champion customer.
Yes, he is. He told me that.
Yeah.
Ran into him in food. He said, "You're out of champions. I bought one out there." I said, yeah. A lot of people buy them out here. That's why they're number one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Ken Manus.
Love him. You talking about my hero, Ken Manus. That guy is what a mentor.
I remember him. I don't think I've talked about this before. I think it was the 90. When was the big blizzard? 93. 93 blizzard. He was still, doing his radio thing, and he got out. I think he had a Jeep Wagoneer or something, and he went out and drove around in the snow and called back with road reports.
Yes, he did. Because I got snowed in. I was stuck at the station out in Gray. Couldn't get out. So I was there for 3 days, and so he would call in and give reports that he's out helping, and this person needs firewood, this person's out of kerosene, this person, and he was out in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
So class act. They don't get any better than Ken Manus, I'm telling you, and Don Raines, good peeps. So anyway, so if we dedicated a song, in all seriousness, little Haley Dietrich called in and wanted one played for Andy because he's her man. What song? Who does she like to listen to? Who's her group? Is it somebody I would know? Is it somebody
she likes Alabama.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about them. Feels So Right. Used to get that one all the time. Alabama and Love in the First Degree, Alabama. So she likes Alabama.
Yeah.
So you buy her something Alabama, she can't go wrong.
Or Disney songs.
Zippity Doo Dah, Zippity.
No, the newer ones.
Oh,
Little Mermaid, Lion King.
Gotcha. So she's a Disney girl.
Yep.
This is a sports show. We morphed into music.
Something else too about Haley you don't know. You know how every night at Cinderella's castle they do the fireworks at Magic
Disney,
Kingdom,
right?
And Tinkerbell flies from the castle.
Mm-hmm.
She almost wanted to try out for that when she was in college to fly to be Tinkerbell and fly from the castle.
And if she wanted to, she would have. She'd accomplished.
She'd found a way.
Yeah, she's a jewel. He's lucky and she's lucky. They're good peeps. So Here's the beauty of the show at Championship. That's why I love coming out here. I'd do it every day from here if I could. Because when I get this guy on, even Jeremiah says, man, I love listening to you guys because you never know where you're going to go with the show. I said, no, today we're talking Desert Storm and music, and his wife's going to be Tinkerbell, and so there you go. But she likes Alabama. Now, who, if she was going to send you one, who would you want to hear? What?
Something James Taylor. I like James Taylor.
JT.
My dad grew up, going to a concert, and he's the only person sitting on the stage on his stool. Just him and his long hair and the mustache.
Play.
Play. And
Crack
so I got hooked, and I'm going next month to watch him play at Wrigley.
You ever seen his concert?
Seen him in Knoxville
DVDs?
Twice. Yeah. And I seen it at Appy State.
Do you have him? You ever seen him?
No, I don't have him. I've seen him on TV, yeah.
He's awesome. Sweet Baby James.
Got his autograph twice.
What's your favorite James Taylor song?
I like Carolina on My Mind.
Yeah. I'm a Fire and Rain guy.
They always, to tell you another little backstory, I went to Elon in North Carolina. And supposedly he had a girlfriend that went to Elon. This is not true. It's because James came out and said what that song, Carolina on My Mind, is really just about the state, either north or south. But there at Elon, there's a dorm called Carolina Dorm. And supposedly, this was the rumor, that he had a girlfriend
in the Carolina Dorm.
It went to Elon, lived in Carolina Dorm. On my mind, I'm going to Carolina. And that's what, but, he's, come out and said, but that was just, I don't know where I'm going with that.
Sounded good.
Sounded good.
Background of the story.
True story of something I heard, but not his true story.
So, last question, because he's back. If we called in Love Notes and we played a song for Tim, what...
Tim, what's your favorite love song? That's a loaded question, I know.
Is he just not paying attention to us? Is he trying to pretend he didn't hear that question?
Trying to see if his face is turning red. Tim? What would be your favorite love song?
If we did Love Notes and Mrs. Copenhaver wanted to hear a song, this is where we morphed into the show. Andy's went into a musical direction now. Andy likes James Taylor.
He used to do Love Notes back in the late 80s. Or if you're going to be calling it in the 80s to him, what would you put on for a girl, your girlfriend, or one you're trying to impress? Because I'm sure you did it many, many, many times.
He may be one of the guys that called. I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, these ladies would call when they were over in Afghanistan and say, play one for Bobby or Bubby or whatever when they were in certain, which I thought was okay. It was cool. They were missing their man, wanted to hear a song. So, well, that one went over the big thud over there. So you get to go back over and sit beside him. So.
Yeah, I may go find something else to do for a while.
I think I'd go detail a car if I were you. I'd go change the oil or something.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mr. Dietrich, we're going to wrap this thing up.
I may go change some oil.
That's the first time I've never seen a response. So, good luck going back over there. I'm going to go ahead and sign this off. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
I hope.
I'm still here.
I hope you're still here.
Maybe in a body cast.
Oh, I love this guy.
You may have to come to my house to do it from my bed. Or the hospital.
The hospital bed.
Yeah.
Or room 412, because Andy's won't be with us.
It's the first time you broadcast from my hospital bed.
Oh, it's Tim snapped. There you go. Andy's in the hotel, in the hospital. Good stuff. Hey, before I let you go, check this out one more time. Be sure and get to register to win these. Over 200 folks, 11 states where you can win tickets. Again, we got 10 winners. Over $800 worth of tickets being given away by Bristol Dragway. TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We'll give it away coming up on Tuesday. 10 different winners you can be. Not one, but 10 different chances. That's a really good way to win things when you got a 1 in 10 chance. So check it out and do that. We'd appreciate that very much. Do you want to say thanks to our guests again today? Andy Dietrich, he may or may not be back next week.
Why do you laugh when you say my name?
In case, really, in that point, I may or may not be back next week. So, hope so. Hope I'm back over here. But Andy Dietrich, stud.
Maybe wherever you're at, if you don't make it, maybe I can call in from here, like from a back office, and he doesn't know about it.
It could be a straight. Tom, I'm out here in the Tahoe on the front seat. I'm laying on the floorboard so Tim doesn't see me, but we want to promote champion.
Yeah.
Oh, I love these guys. All right.
How do they do that?
How do they do that? Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Good man right there. All right, so we're going to tell you one more time. Ryan Presnell, again, the head baseball coach, Elizabeth, and then the two young men that will be getting their scholarship papers signed tonight from Beef O'Brady's and Elizabeth, and Garrett Hartley and Michael Robinson. Hartley going to Milligan, and Michael Robinson going to Walter State. We're going to go over there and check that out tonight. Landon Owen, the director of ticket sales, Bristol Motor Speedway, one of our guests. Carmichael stopped by, of course, he does every Thursday. Also, William Yarber from Max Medicine Mart, and, of course, Andy Dietrich, and we always say thanks to these guys. We have a lot of fun over here, and at the end of the day, they are the number one Chevy dealership in the state of Tennessee, over 50 dealerships for a reason. It's called customer service, and they do it like nobody else, I can tell you that. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back tomorrow in the saddle, ready to go. Kevin Harmon joins us tomorrow. He'll be our guest from today until tomorrow. And so we wrap up show number 535, and we ran over, but it's not really run over when you have no limits on your time, so we can go as long as we want to. And so we'll be back tomorrow again at 11 o'clock from Food City in Colonial Heights on a Food City Friday. So for Andy Dietrich, Tim Copenhagen, and all the folks here at Champion Chevrolet, will tell you as always, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours, and until tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Food City in Colonial Heights, we'll say win or lose, be a good sport, and go Predators. So long, everybody.